feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have...
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. This is Secular Activism Unfiltered, and I have a special guest that I know I only consider a friend, but another sister in my life. The the
Whoops.
beautiful, what I
I'm
do?
back.
The beautiful AJ, Ways to Human. And
Thank
how are
you.
you?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, we just did a whole show together, so it's looking up. My ears looking up already.
Yes. I said you got to think. It might have been a lot of trouble with last year, but a lot of you just met me last year, so that's why the year wasn't all
Mhm.
bad. I was the
Right.
highlight of your life.
It has like that bright spot.
Yes. So what I like to ask everybody is, okay, so I kind of heard your deconstruction story. Um, I don't want to pull people through that again. They can watch some other show for that. When you decided that you no longer wanted to be an atheist, what triggered your thoughts you to become an activist to do more than just sit around and on the sidelines?
So are you asking like why I became an atheist or why I became an
No,
activist?
why you became an activist? Like you were no longer an atheist.
Okay,
What made
gotcha.
you decide to do more than just be an atheist? To you
Perfect.
speaking up and being an activist. Yep.
All right. So one of the main things that led me to not to be an atheist again was my kids' heart issues, and so and also they were going through some other mental health struggles and things like that. And during the same time, it was when during the first administration of our current unnamed leader, um, and so there was a lot of anti-science rhetoric going on in politics, and which affected many of us in different ways. Right, I have a lot of health issues myself, on top of what my kid has, and so medicine and science became a really important part of my life. And seeing how they were disrespecting that and cutting funding for different medical sciences, but not just medical science, right? Like environmental science and all kinds of pseudoscience pushing, like what we're seeing currently. So I saw that there was this march planned. So I had seen the Women's March first, and then
Okay.
the next one was the March for Science. And
Okay.
but this was like the national organization that was putting out their information out there, and they were like, "Oh, hey, look and see if you find one near you, and join us and all the stuff." And so I looked up for Houston, and there wasn't one. And I was like, how is that possible? Houston is like the largest medical center in the entire world is in Houston. Like we have to have a march.
Yeah.
And so I put a message into like the national thing asking, hey, is anybody willing to help me organize it. And this woman from Houston was like, "Hey, let's do something." And so we put our heads together and we started the um, organizing, social media uh, pages and stuff to advertise to bring people to the group, doing graphics and videos and things that will help people see that we were gonna be doing that. And we ended up getting about 15,000 people gathered for the
Wow.
march. It was pretty big. Yeah, we had
Okay.
like speakers from the medical center. Patrice Yarbo was one of them. She used to work for NASA, and
Okay.
yeah, she's amazing. And so we did that, and that was like the first really big activist event that I took on.
That was a lot.
It was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot organizing it because we had to do fundraisers for being able to afford all the things, like all the permits and the advertising and the banners and like um, getting all of the equipment like for sound. And we had a band. It was a big, big deal. And then they came out with this book, The Science Not Science, which
Oh,
has
that's
like
nice.
yeah, it has all of the people, like all of the different cities that participated in it, and then I made it into the book. That's me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a nice. Oh, look at you. Oh, so young and cute.
Yeah, and then my girl, we were like,
You're still young, still though. But
okay, that's me with
younger.
the
Oh,
glasses.
that's you. I see you. You on the sign up.
Right.
I see.
And
Yeah.
actually, the man, this man right here standing by me, he was. So I had a really painful condition, right? Which is called CRPS. It's also called the suicide disease because it's very, very, it's so painful that a lot of people take their lives over. But so this was my doctor who diagnosed me with it after 10 years of not being able to get a correct diagnosis and being in pain. And so he's like, he was really, really smart and quick to diagnose it and get me the treatment that I needed. And during that time before the march, I was struggling with being able to walk, and I was using like crutches and sometimes a cane and stuff. And he's like when I told him what I was trying to do, the march, and he's like, I'm gonna make sure that you walk that march. And so he gave me like all of the treatments to make sure that I was able to walk. And he's like, I'm gonna come and walk with you. And so he came to it, and like he was walking right beside me the whole time. It was amazing. I love that doctor. He's still my doctor to this day. So
Oh, you see that? Okay. Would you like to?
yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's so sad is that, like for myself, I have a few things going on, and so it took several years, several doctors. Even now, when I complained about my pain, um, they were just like submitted, like you're okay, like I wanted to just be a be a junkie, pain pill junkie or something like that. Like I didn't, and I'm like, no, I'm hurting.
But that's a very common thing that happens to women, especially, but is twice more common in women of color. Oops, I think you're muted.
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, there.
I remember having given birth, and the doctor saying you're not in full labor. I am, just because I've had to deal with not crying or not acting up during labor or doing having pain week, because we cry over being pain, some hurting, and you like react like, "Ow, shut up and deal with this pain. Be
Yeah,
tough. You ain't weak." So you learn how to hold your pain in, even though you might be hurting.
yeah,
Even
and
when it's not
unfortunately,
hurting
it's
though.
yeah, like I said, it's especially with women and women of color. There is such a horrible medical care that is given for women during birth that isn't the same
Yeah,
standard that they use for white women who are giving birth. I mean, we've
yeah,
seen it very, very recently. I remember there was this case. Can't remember if it was in Texas, but it was all over the news where this woman was just sitting there, like she was just like wincing in pain, a woman of color, and there was this white nurse sitting next to her, just on her computer, like nothing was going on, and they didn't even want to admit her, and because they were like, "Oh, you're fine," and it made a really big splash in the news because everybody could see how horrible she was being treated.
Exactly. I've had situations similar to that.
Oh, yourself when giving birth, yeah, yeah.
Or maybe not even that. It's a situation in the hospital, and I broke my arm.
Oh, ouch.
Bone was hanging out, cracked my bone through the skin, and I sat there for like 3 hours crying before anybody stepped up and did anything.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, you hear so many of these stories. I mean, I know there was one that was for sure here in Texas where, well, this is more because of the abortion bans that are going around, but also I do think it had a lot to do with the fact that there was a woman of color, and there was this woman that was being refused uh, care because she was pregnant, but it wasn't time for her to give birth. It was very early in the pregnancy, right, like midway through the pregnancy, and so what she was having was that they were concerned that she was having a miscarriage, but the doctors were like, "Well, you're not in labor, and like you're not about to give birth, and we can't give you an abortion because it's banned, and so it's nothing we can do." And so they basically made her go home, and then she died from I think it was a hemorrhage, like
Yeah,
bleeding.
I think with me, I'm a mother of five, so I can tell stories about each one of my pregnancies. But my second one, she was born premature at 26 weeks. And so basically, the doctor told me that they had to keep me because my water broke.
Hmm.
So she's born on the 7th of this month. But on Christmas Eve, my water broke. So I had to stay in the hospital. They said, we're not going to do anything to make her come early. We're not going to do anything to stop the pregnancy. I just had to just wait it out. So I spent 2 weeks in the hospital, and that was the most painful labor I had.
Oh,
But yeah, and then we didn't know if she was gonna make it or not. She's here. She should be her birthday's this week, so
oh,
so we
awesome.
know so we know she made it. We
That's
still
good.
yeah. So she's wonderful. She's my that's my ride or die right there. But anyway, so the next question I'd like to ask is so from doing the activism, similar to me, that's how I started off, just doing small things in the community. But yours wasn't small. What made you decide that you wanted to go from uh, doing local things to going into being on the call-in shows?
Oh, okay. So that was, see, after COVID, we were not able to do in-person stuff because with this March for Science thing, we after the march itself, all of us that were volunteering, it wasn't just me and the main organizer. It was we had a lot of volunteers with us, right, and that did different things for the event, and so they all wanted to keep doing things, and so we were hosting like local blood drives, or we will set up an Amazon wish list with items that we wanted to donate to a local school, right? So they will donate books, and people will buy like science kits, and we receive them, and then when we received enough, we will go to the schools, and whatever children from that school or from any other school could come and pick up some items, and then do stuff like that was in person. We will set up at local breweries and do have a scientist come speak, and then people. But then COVID came, and we couldn't do that anymore. So it was more like, all right, well, we kind of let it die down, and everybody moved on with their lives. And that's when I started watching all of these atheist call-in shows and stuff, and realizing that there were a lot of more people that were talking about really important topics that mattered to me, like LGBTQ
Yeah.
rights and women's rights and all of that. And I wanted to be more involved in like bringing awareness to what we need regarding social justice and human rights and all of that. So that was one of the reasons I started my own channel. And because like science information on learning how the brain works is one of those things that helped me the most in my deconversion. And so like understanding how things work, and oh, this is why it cannot be supernatural and such. And so I was like, okay, this is a way that I can contribute without having to, if since I can't contribute much financially, and I don't drive, and so it was harder for me to like get to events like all across the city, like an hour away, and public transport here is not good. And so it's like, okay, I can do something where I speak up and talk about things and bring awareness to things that need to be discussed more. And so I started my channel, and then I've started becoming more connected with the ACA, the atheist community of
Yeah.
Austin. And that's when I went on Truth Wanted. And then after I left the ACA, I became involved with Skeptic Haven, which is the call-in show that I've been involved with lately. And so I don't know, it's just really good having conversations with people. Sometimes you can get a little heated up. We had a caller last time that I was on. That was kind of crazy. It was all over the place, but this
Yeah.
guy was being really, really misogynistic, and he was talking to myself and another woman, and
Oh wow.
it was just pretty terrible. But I think we did a good job handling it. And
But
I don't know, it
sometimes
kind of
it's
helps.
sad with those callers. Like they don't. They're. How can I put it? Their mind is embedded on not changing, no matter what you say, and they're just trying to belittle you. Sometimes
Yeah, it's
they don't
hard.
care about. They don't really care about the topic at hand.
Oh no, this guy went all over the place. Like at some point, he brought up abortion, and all of a sudden, I said, "Oh yeah, like when I was pregnant, I was offered an abortion because my baby had a potentially fatal condition, but I decided to not do that." And so he takes
Yeah.
that part what I said. I decided, and he's like, flip that. Oh my god, like why your husband didn't have any say in this? Like why did you not say we? Why did you say I? And I'm like, because I don't know. It was my body. Like obviously my husband did have, but I wasn't gonna like engage in that part with him. Like, and then he's like, give me your husband's phone number so I can call him and talk. And I was like,
Why are you serious?
calm down. Yeah.
Do you think you don't? But see, here's the thing, right? So it was one of the shows. It was the line, whatever. So Matt, I don't know if it was an old show or a new show, but Matt was on there. So the guy was talking about abortion, and he was
Mhm.
like, "Well, I should have rights if my girlfriend has or has not an abortion." And Matt was like, "No, you don't. It's a woman's body. What you need to do is you need to, if you don't want to have any kids, make sure you need to do. You don't have no kids. Whatever the hell happens, you don't. If you want them or don't want them, that's up to you. After that, you out of the ball game. If the woman wants to have a kid or not, well, I shouldn't have to pay child support. That ain't how that works."
Right. Like obviously you can have a discussion. Like in my case, right, I have a good marriage and a supportive husband, and we talk about it. And he's the kind of person that would say, hey, you make the decision. And if I had decided that I wanted to go through with an abortion, like I don't think he would have divorced me or anything like that. It would if he would have understood where I was coming from. But ultimately we both made that decision to continue with the pregnancy. But yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of women
Yeah.
that don't have that, and they don't have that support, and the partner that they or the person that they became pregnant from is not someone that will actually help them make that decision, or that just demands her keeping the baby. But what is he gonna do about it? Like, he's gonna raise the
Yeah.
baby. If she doesn't want to, then okay, maybe. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I have seen situations where the mother wanted to get the abortion, but it was too late to get it, and so the father stepped up and took the baby. I've had that scene, not very often, but there's a few cases that happened that I know personally know of. And
Oh
she
yeah,
walked and
yeah,
she left, and he was responsible. But I don't think you need to get any special privilege. They want to say, oh, when a man steps in and does it by himself, it's like a honor. Oh, he's a great man. Oh, he's doing what he's supposed to do
yeah.
as a parent. It takes two parents. It really should be two parents within a child.
Yeah.
But if it don't happen like that, then whichever one is more sound mind and better, we're doing it. Hold on one
Yeah,
second. You
yeah,
can
and
talk.
it
I'm just trying to.
seems okay. So it seems like when women, yeah, like you were just saying, right? When men do it, it's like, oh wow, what a great parent, what a great father. But then when women are forced to have, maintain, and support the baby and raise a child on her own, it's just, oh well, that's her job, right? Like it's kind of seen as something that we are supposed to do. So I don't know. I think a woman also has a right to say, um, okay, you want me to you want me to go through with the pregnancy? Then are you gonna step up and do all of the things that are required of taking care of a baby? Then go ahead. If she's okay with
Most
going
of the
through
time,
with the
no.
pregnancy, and then yeah. So
Because I remember I had Tina Marshall. She's the affiliate leader for Black Non-Believers, the Charlotte group, but she also has a abortion rights program she started called Battle.
mhm.
But anyway, she ended up talking to this minister guy came up there telling women don't get an abortion, and she was like, "So you gonna take care of these women for the whole 18 years of this child's life? So make sure this child is taken care of." He was like, "Oh well, I'll talk to them." She was like, "No, we ain't talking about talking. They've been talked to enough. Are you gonna help them raise these children?" Of course,
Right.
the answer was no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tricky. Unfortunately, my brother stopped talking to me years ago because he has a child with his ex-wife, and I was encouraging him to have a relationship with the child, but he was like, no, like no, and he's like, that's none of your business, and like, he's like, you've never supported me financially to help me pay for my child's stuff, and so you don't have a say in it. And
Wow,
I was like, okay, well, that's not like, I was just
that is
encouraging
crazy.
you to be a part of your child's life. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I like me and my brother had that same conversation, and we was like the same conversations, and so I'm like, "How are you talking about me when I stepped up and did what I was supposed to do, and you run off and do your own thing?" But that's either here nor there. I don't talk about no negative stuff on here. But so we got you in the call-in shows and stuff like that.
Mm,
I'm trying to go. We're gonna go from here. Um, when so I'm gonna piggyback on what we were talking about, and so I don't know how much you want to talk about it, but the lack of diversity,
mhm.
because we know why you left the ACA shows and stuff like that, and is it a lot different with you being on Skeptic Haven? if they change, would you ever go back to ACA shows, things of that
That's
sort?
tricky. So there
Yeah,
was diversity was the most visible sort of um talked about reason why I left, but there were
yes.
many other reasons that were not
Okay.
diversity related,
Oh,
which
I
I'm
got
not
you.
gonna get into that. But
Okay, fine. Okay, good.
I'll just say that given the experience as a whole, and some of the sort of bridges that became kind of shaky during my leave-in, I'm not sure that it would be a feasible thing for me to go back to the ACA. I do hope that they learned lessons and that they're trying to improve. I've seen some changes that I think are positive. And so I'm happy for that, and I hope that they continue doing that. And as far as Skeptic Haven, yeah, I there was a lot of women on the board.
Oh, that's
There's
good.
women who are volunteers, and from my own conversations with the producers, it does seem that they're actively trying to diversify without being tokenizing, right? Like I said, you don't have to be tokenizing in order to bring really amazing talent. Like I was on with Erin Lewis last
Okay.
Sunday, and
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that was a good episode. Okay.
she's amazing. She's amazing, and so like it wasn't hard for them to get a super talented, beautiful, intelligent woman on there, right? Like quick find, easy. And so yeah, like I do see things that I didn't see with the ACA. So I'm so far I'm pleased with my experience with Skeptic Haven. I know other people have not had the same experience before, so maybe they have changed things to where they have improved. I hope that's the case. As far as I
Yeah,
can
because
see,
my
I cannot say that's not the case. So yeah.
yeah. What was on my thing? Okay. Yeah, that's one thing about me is that I've never been a part of the call-in shows. I probably, if everything works out, I'll be on Truth Wanted just for a guest appearance, but not anything big. There's not anything big time I want to do. But my thing is that the few black people, and I would say mostly black males, that are in the space, they get selfish. They don't care about being a token, and they
True.
get angry when we speak up because they're like, "Well, we got our spot. We don't care if anybody else get our spot, long as we getting it." And that's sad. I'm like, I want everybody to eat. Everybody can have a piece of the sandwich. Stop being selfish.
Yeah, and I can see. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because you can see organizations, conferences, right? Like what John Gleason and Casey Gleason are organizing,
Yeah,
Rocket City Reason coming up in
yeah,
2026. And you can see that these two people have deeply considered um, the problems
yeah.
that are being seen
It's
in
a
other
diverse group.
organizations. Yeah, and they spoke to diverse people directly to help them do better before they even started organizing. So it's like that's how you do it from the bottom up. You don't just sprinkle a little bit of one grain of salt and call it a day. You know.
I'm going to plug Black Non-Believers in the Cut. We have our show will be this Saturday from 1 to 2 Eastern time, but we are going to have Bar Black Atheist Rants on our show this week.
Oh, cool.
So he's going to be one of the ones who's going to be speaking the Rocket Reason as well. But
Oh yeah, I
I
didn't see
haven't,
that.
yeah, I don't really know him all the way. He's mostly on TikTok. I've seen a few of
Okay.
his TikTok episodes, but he will be on there. So if you want to get to have an interview with him and talk, this is what he's about. Tune in Saturday afternoon, 1 to 2 Eastern.
Okay, so
That's a
that would
plug right
be
there.
12 p.m. Central for me. Okay,
Yep, 12 for you. Yep, 12 for you. Yep, exactly.
cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that
And I'm
sounds good.
kind of sad about that because I'll be going back to work the next day. So that's irritating.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So Maya says that she already knows him. That's good. Okay. Well, if Maya says he's good peeps, then he's good peeps. Then I
oh, that's
trust
cool.
Maya's judgment on somebody on people.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I've only seen some of like his stuff on TikTok. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah,
But I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, so that's the problem.
because I know one time I was watching Bad Side Sunday and she transferred the stream over after it was over to his stream. So I watched a little bit of him then before I went to sleep. Yeah, so that's one thing on the plug. That is, we're talking about black content creators and who's going to be a Rocket Reason and stuff like that. I think that's a really good, diverse group. And like I said, I'm happy doing this thing on the channel. One day I might do more and want to speak in a more public front of people one day again. But I'm fine with just doing my own stream and talking to people. Hey, Dad, you back?
Excuse
Mm.
you.
Why'd you leave in the first place?
Yeah, why do you leave, Dade?
Yeah,
Sit
you supposed
down.
to
Sit down,
front and
sir.
center. 30 minutes, front and center. Not leave. Yeah, uh, this is what I get for talking and being silly. I forgot what I was about to say, which I do that at least once a stream. So I guess this is normal for me because he said yes, ma'am. Yeah, but like I really I made a joke earlier about how you guys should be um honored to have met me last year. But actually it's the opposite way. I was honored to meet you guys.
Yeah, I think
I was not
it's
expecting the love that I received.
yeah,
People
I
wanting
think
to
it's
connect with
a
me.
a
That was
thing
man.
of yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I think it's a
No,
thing
you're
of
fine. Yeah.
like the community in general feels that way. Like when we see each other online and all these online spaces all the time, and then we meet in person, and it's like it feels really really awesome, and you connect with these people so much better and feel closer to them, and then the next time you see them online, you're like you feel more like family than just random
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and we can connect.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so important to have these conferences, and to, like we were saying a moment ago, to make sure that from the bottom up, from the organization, you're seeing diversity, because then the conference itself, is going to be a safe space, and that it's going to be diverse, that it's going to be inclusive. And I'm talking about all kinds of inclusivity, all right? I have a lot of, like I've mentioned, a lot of health issues and such. And when we
Yeah.
went to NanoCon, I felt so supportive. One of the things was
Yeah.
I was supposed to give a speech, right? I was supposed to be in a panel with two other people and the panel leader. And so I was so nervous because of my
Yeah.
hearing. Because it's different when I do it on the computer, the sound quality is great. But when I do it in
Okay.
person, it's a lot harder. And so the
Okay.
organizers were running around like crazy trying to help me, like, hey, can we connect this to the speakers and the computers and the on the technology? We were trying to figure it out how to make it work for me. And ultimately we ended up using like a little clip-in microphone thing that I have.
Okay.
And so, but then there was also one of the panelists that was sitting with me, and so his dad, Chad Harris, right, I'm gonna plug him in, Chad
Okay. Yeah.
Harris.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
his dad was deaf, and so he's like, how can I support you, right before we came up on stage.
Oh, that was
And
so nice.
yeah, and so I
Oh.
was like, okay, sit next to me, and like if I need anything, I'll ask you. And so there came a moment
Oh.
where Sydney Davis, she was the leader of the panel, but she gets off the
Yeah.
stage and goes to take questions from the audience. And now I know Sydney, and so I'm familiar with her voice, and it's easy for me to hear her. But when she gave the microphone to the guest that was asking a question,
It was hard.
it was hard for me to hear, and I think
Yeah.
Chad saw the panic in my face, and so
Yeah.
immediately he repeats the question. He looks at me because he knows that you're supposed to look at the face of a deaf person so that they can read your lips. And he looks straight at me and he tells me what the question was. And meanwhile, I think the other person that was on the panel, she noticed too, and so she went up and answered the question first to give us the time to make sure that.
Oh,
And it was like a whole. It was amazing, and that's what I'm talking about. You need organizers that understand the diversity of people, and I'm talking about people of
yeah.
color and disabled people and women and trans people and LGBTQ people, that they understand the specific needs of each group, you know. And
Wow.
so that was really
That's
important to
great.
me. I was really impressed with that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
yeah.
There's another bonus point for Chad.
I know Chad is
Yes.
amazing. He's such a good guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
so
I didn't speak to him because like I said, my other stream, your stream, that I don't like speaking to people that I don't know. So I passed him several times, but he ended up being in Ben's gaming stream. So if you want to watch that, I'll be on there as well. And so uh, I said I wanted to say hi to you, but I was afraid. He was like, "Why didn't you?"
why? Yeah, yeah. No, he's so cool. Yeah, yeah. And also, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. You know, like the the support that I received from all of the NanoCon volunteers and organizers and everything, they made that experience really, really positive for me. Something that could have gone really badly and, a negative experience for me became a really positive thing to where I'm like, I want to go back. I can't wait to go
Yeah,
back,
me too. I can't wait to go back. I'm doing everything that I can do. You're gonna find me everywhere. Everything I can do, I'm gonna do it. I'm having fun. I'm you know, Black Non-Believers has their conference. It's gonna be June the 12th to the 14th in Atlanta. Revival of Reason. It's gonna be special because it's the 15th anniversary year for Black Non-Believers. So if y'all make that, then you got the art protest. That's the 10th anniversary for that. Try say three free thinkers are going to be involved with that. So it's supposed to be some big shindig going on
so
with
many.
that. Then NailCon. I won't do Baja Con because I'm going to Candace Gorham and Deanna Williams' wedding the same weekend.
Oh, that's awesome. I did hear about
Yeah.
that. That's so
And they're
cool.
doing Game of Thrones, the medieval type of theme. So I'm getting some. I'm going to be out the word.
Ooh, nice. I haven't dressed up in medieval stuff yet, but like I love the Renaissance Festival that they do here in Houston, near
Yeah,
Houston. And I don't know, maybe this year I'll make it the year that I go and put on a pretty costume.
yeah. I'm gonna knock him out the box. So that's all I'm
Mm.
doing. And then the highlight of my year is going to SeaCon. You said you don't like going on cruise boats, but we have so much fun. But John Gleason and Casey will be there,
Oh
so I'm
yeah,
excited for that. We're gonna have some fun.
that's some good people
I
right there.
Yeah, we have fun. I have fun no
Yeah.
matter what. She might have me speak there.
Okay. You do public speaking, right? Sometimes.
I've done it in years, but
Okay.
I
See.
know how to do it and I can do it. And I know how to, I just haven't done it. But if I'm not like Mandisa can do stuff at the top of her head, but because I do deal with anxiety, I need to know exactly what I'm talking about so I can be prepared. Unless it's something quick,
I
like
know, right? Yeah.
talking about my affiliate for Black non-believers. That's quick. I can think about that at the top of my head. Other stuff, I need to be like,
But it's okay to read off if you have like, I don't know, computer or whatever, tablet, and read
Well, no,
off of
I
it.
don't.
'Cause,
And see, that's the
yeah.
one thing about some of the speeches. No, you should not read. You should have notes
Oh
and
yeah,
key
no,
points,
yeah, it's like kind of reminding
which
you
is
of, yeah.
fine. But you to read like your screen, no, ain't supposed to do
Yeah,
that.
not
Because
the
you're
whole
supposed to be
thing.
engaged in the crowd. How can you engage the crowd if you're holding your tablet the whole time?
Oh yeah,
Because you
yeah,
need
yeah.
to be able to eye contact and
Maybe
look at everybody and
like
look
a
at
little
everybody.
tiny note.
Yeah, you need notes and stuff. You have note cards, of course, or you can have stuff on your phone now. But for you to spend your whole time looking at the phone,
Oh
that's
yeah,
how
no,
good
no, no.
speech is done.
Right, because yeah, you
I
have
was
to look
just,
at the connect with the audience. Yeah.
yeah, because like
Um.
they say, you're supposed to look at some things that make you feel comfortable. So a certain person, a certain object, you can subtract with so that you feel more comfortable with it.
Correct. Yeah.
If it's not, okay, girl, hold on. I'm about to be funny.
Oh, Eli, that's funny. I saw
Um,
Glenda Jordan in the chat, and she said that she will be
oh,
at the wedding.
oh, that I didn't know that was Glenda. Hey, I didn't know that was you.
It is,
Okay,
yeah.
I couldn't really see. Oh, good. Okay, well, we're gonna be hanging out together then.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I didn't really get to speak to you either. We were in passing at NailCon, but I will speak to you next in fellow other different events.
Yeah,
So you
there's
don't have to worry
plenty of
about.
opportunities this year. So,
Yes, 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 yes. And I
I
was
mean,
not able. I saw the video of the fire dance, but
oh, yeah, that was
Mandisa
great.
and Tina and Cynthia wanted to leave before any festivities happened. I guess that was a good thing after all. But they 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 wanted to leave for, so I wasn't able to watch your fire dance, but I did see the video and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's she's so artistic. I love that. Like
Yeah.
some of the
Wow.
outfits she makes herself, and the whole
Oh wow.
makeup is really beautiful. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Okay.
I wish I
That's
was
very
cool
good.
like that.
You got your own special talent yourself. Like I sit here and I
Dancing
have
is
my
not
health.
one of them.
Mine either. Singing ain't either.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on singing. Can't do it.
I like I would say with this is that like I look at you and like I have my health problems myself, like I'm diabetic and stuff like that and a cancer survivor and stuff like that. But I look at so many health problems that you and your son have and you still are motivated to still move on and to still help other people. You are just I don't know. You're just such an
Thank
inspiration
you, thank you.
for me.
I will say though,
And
I
I am
spent.
honored to know you, honored to be your friend.
Thank you. I mean, a lot of people do mention that to me, and I'm like, I wasn't always this way. Like, I got to this point because of the support that I've gotten. Before, when I was having the pain that I had, there was several situations. Okay, first, my cochlear implant surgery was horribly painful, but then I had this one where it was like a pain pump implanted on my back, and I almost died from that surgery. Then I had a nerve stimulator implant put in. That was the most painful surgery I've ever had. And all through the time, that was like back to back through a couple of years. And then I had the corneal transplant, double corneal transplant. So it's
Mm,
been like probably like 6 years of like constant surgeries and procedures. And
yeah,
during that time, I was not in this same mental state. I was not. I was
well,
just
that's
ready to,
understandable.
yeah. So
You are
it's been
just an
a
inspiration.
long, yeah. And again, watching my own kid having two open heart surgeries and going through all of their own struggles with mental health and OCD and autism and ADHD, it's been really hard, but it's taught me to be more resilient. And without the gods, just us over here trusting in
And Ash is an
science.
amazing young man. I was good meeting him. He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Very proud of my kiddo.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Steve,
Oh, Steve is here.
how are you?
All the cool kids are here.
Hopefully, one day everything gets situated. You could be a guest eventually on my show as well. Because I know you're going through some things right now. You can't be doing anything. But as soon as everything is cleared up, you will be my guest. Yeah.
I'm sure we can
And that's one
convince
thing
him.
that I do like the um community is so many people you think you're the only one dealing with certain things. Then you realize you're not the only one whose family abandoned them or who has mental depression or mental illness. Like I said, I had bipolar and I was on the street. I had bipolar too. I also think I might have ADHD.
Yeah.
You are my chat, but then AJ also has her chat going on as well.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
I
don't
think I
know.
do.
Yeah. So you getting chat from both sides.
Yeah, and I know some people sometimes are in both of the chats. So
Yeah.
trying to support
Yeah. It's
everybody.
just so it's one thing that's so deep about this, is that this community and we might not agree on everything, but the majority of us stand along with each other. And
Yeah.
that's what we need. And many times we have people who even though they don't want to leave church because that's a community. Well, it's one here. I don't want to stop going to church because who am I gonna have for the community?
Right. Yeah.
I thought the
Um.
same thing.
Yeah. Speaking of community building, one of the, I guess you could say, activism, maybe volunteering. Right. I've been volunteering with Secular Rising US, which is Secular
Yeah.
Rarities organization that he's
Yeah.
put together. And so I've been helping with like the social media and stuff. But in doing that, I can see how much they're doing to try to bring people together. And they've started in Tennessee because that's where most of their volunteers and board members are. So they have a major focus on events that are happening there, right? They have this art thing where they get together every other Sunday, and there's like food and drinks, and people bring whatever art they're gonna get involved in that day, right? Can be music or painting or whatever. Um, they have like this lunch, like a lunch almost every Friday.
Yeah.
And they
Okay.
do all of these kind of things, right? Like they're trying to build this community that isn't just online. It's just things that are
Yes.
being done in person to get people to grow together. And they're sort of trying to expand slowly into involving other cities that are closer, and and then probably will move to advertising or the states, and kind of like probably the south first and then the north. We'll see. That's like the
Yeah.
goal of it, and I'm so happy to be helping them to do whatever
Yes.
I can do with my time. Giving, I mostly do like graphics and videos and
Yeah. I see
managing.
it.
Yeah, so managing all of the stuff, and it's really fun, and it's really good in helping them build and connect the community as a whole rather than everything being all over the place. Like trying to
Yeah.
be more cohesive.
Because I remember when I had Elliot on my show about a month ago, and so I was like, I was kind of confused because I was seeing stuff about secular rising in the Michigan Atheist chat because I was wondering how people know about NailCon because I never said anything about it. But then I saw a post about it, and I was like, how is this? And it was, oh yeah, AJ does that.
Yeah. He's like, whenever
Oh, that
somebody
makes
asks
sense.
me, yeah, he's like, whenever somebody asks me what that code graphic was, it was AJ, and I'm like, oh, thank you, because
Yeah, you get all the clout. Yeah, get all the clout.
Yeah, it's funny because during the time before I had my double cornea transplant, I couldn't do anything online for like 5 years because my vision was
Oh,
so bad. So I had to stop doing graphic designs and all that. So and I missed it because it's something that I really enjoy doing. But I guess I didn't lose my skill, which I'm glad.
yeah, I don't really. My eyes are really not that good either. And now is where I need bifocals too. So even with contacts, that's why I just wear my glasses now. And I probably can find some
I have two more.
bifocal contacts. I'll be like, I can't see. So I'm like, what does this say?
Yeah,
Oh. And even now, like reading is really hard. Oh, so I was going to wear my glasses. If I look ugly, I don't care. But
yeah.
I used to hate wearing contacts on the screen. I mean, glasses on the screen. On the screen. Now I
Oh,
don't care anymore. It's whatever.
oh, yeah. I mean, like you can see the reflection of them, like the light and everything. That's like
Yeah.
whatever. Like it helps me see better. So what can I do? Even though my screen is
Hey,
huge.
Titan. Everybody's here.
Oh yeah, it's
The
cool.
Dollar Tree. Hey, Edith. The Dollar Tree readers. Yeah.
I
I
know
just wait. Yeah, but I don't really.
this
But
right
I
here.
was trying to be cute.
Look at that.
I was trying to be cute. Yeah, I have a
Mm,
whole pack. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. These are my readers when I have my contacts in. One of them.
yeah. Oh, that's cute. I like the
It's
frame.
like I got like a pack of like 10 from Amazon. Dollar a pack. It was like 10 packs. But I like wearing contacts to be cute. But I'm still putting on my readers, so I said I might as well wear my glasses.
Yeah, I have
It's
yeah
whatever.
about these over the counter because when I went to my doctor and he's like, well, like we could get you some thicker ones like those bottle bottom types, but he's like,
No,
but if you're good with the level that the over the counter provides, then just use those. And I was like, yeah, like that's definitely good enough for me. So
I'm like
yeah.
no. I pay the money. Now these have the progressive lens, so you don't see the lines.
Oh, okay, okay. So like whether you look up or down, it's
Yeah,
like different.
yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
cool.
But I
Yeah.
still take them off when I read. I don't know why. But yeah, but so when it comes to hearing, my hearing is pretty good. My readers, my sight is not. But to have to
Oh
go
well,
through
that's
both
good.
kind of surgeries, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, my hearing is pretty good.
but at least I can say that now it's not perfect. Neither my hearing nor my vision is perfect, but it's good enough to where it allows me to
Communicate.
be more productive than yeah, and communicate much better than my entire life, right? So that's only been
Yeah,
for like 2017 is when I had the implant, and then 2023 and 24 was when I had the vision stuff. So pretty recent.
yeah. Like my mom, she has cataracts, so she went to get one of her eyes done, but they did not realize that her retina detached.
Oh no, that's what
So she
I've heard of that.
lost her.
Oh, that's how she
Um,
lost her vision. Okay. Wow.
and
So because
she has cataracts on the other eye. So she's afraid to have surgery on that eye because she thinks she might lose both her sight. So
I
she didn't
can
have surgery.
imagine. So the wow, that's really scary. Yeah.
Yeah, so she doesn't. Yeah, and it's also scary because they find that it might be hereditary. Sometimes you have it too, and you don't even realize it.
It is. It is. Yeah, I have a condition where my collagen isn't properly produced by my body, and so retinal detachment is something that could happen to me. And it was one of my fears when I was having the cornea transplant because they have to remove parts, right? But I also did have the cataract surgery because I had both issues, and I mean, the cataracts surgery went really, really well, luckily for me. But I can understand if it already happened to her one eye, that she will have that concern of it
She's
happening
like,
on the
I just deal with
other.
my eye,
So
a lot of times we
yeah.
have to help her because she can see, but she has depth perception and things seem further or closer than what it supposedly is. And that's a whole nother tangent and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to thank you for coming on. What I'm gonna do, we got 4 minutes left. Any plugs? Any shows you got coming up? Let us know.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I may be on Skeptic Haven soon. I'm not 100% sure if it's set in stone, but we'll see. But I
Okay.
do have
Will that be
plans.
this Sunday?
I
You having
have
somebody
plans.
on?
No, this Sunday is actually Chad and Godless Engineer, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Good one, good one. Okay, good one. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you were saying what you
Um.
have going on to your show.
Yeah. So for my show, I don't have them scheduled yet, but on my list for this year is let's see. Oh, Chad, of course, is gonna be one of them. Erin Lewis, she's the one that was on Skeptic Haven with me.
Okay.
Um, Ember, I want to have Ember on, and
Me too.
then right, and then Richard Gilliver. I've had him on a couple of times before. We always
Yes.
talk about consciousness, and he
Yes.
connected me with Emma Thorne, and so she's gonna come
Oh
on. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
That's gonna be amazing. I
I
can't
know
wait
that's
for
gonna be
that.
fun. So we agreed to like February. We don't have a date yet, but we agreed to come back to the conversation in January because we were both like very busy during the holidays.
Okay, good.
So, but she agreed, but she's like, okay, let's talk about it later. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's cool. So that's gonna be fun,
Yeah,
really
that's
fun.
good. That's good.
Lots
That's
of
good.
stuff.
That's good. So as soon as you get that information, put it in so we can watch it. Many times your stuff comes on when I'm at work, so I just be trying to be in the side chat.
Okay, that's cool.
But I can't really. But yeah, so I'm gonna plug my little stuff in. Tomorrow will be our brother Eli will be on my show.
Yay.
I gotta look at the time. I forgot what time, but it's in my notes. I remember that, and I'll have the link and stuff for that.
Yeah, I think
Then
he
on
said
the
like
4th,
5 maybe. Somewhere in the
yeah,
afternoon.
but I do have it. I just look it up, and then I have. I'm gonna be on Cynthia's channel, The Roots Matter. Cynthia McDonald's channel, The Roots Matter. Me and Tina Marshall. Hey, Deviant. And so I'll be on her channel. That's 6 p.m. Eastern. No, Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Everything's gonna be linked and plugged. I forget stuff. My mind's first thing to go. But I'll be on her channel Sunday. Then on the 6th, it's gonna be the Council of Kellys, myself, Kelly Laughlin, and Kelly Pearson, who is Godless Granny. We'll be on there together. And that's what I have planned for the next week coming up. I have other things planned after that, but that's what at 5 p.m. Thank you. Is that Eastern or is that Central?
I think he's on Central. So maybe like 6
Okay.
for you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely will. I will send plugs and links for you guys to join in, but it will be Tina Marshall, Cynthia, and myself talking about how it feels like being the affiliate leader of uh Black Non-Believers. I might let me go pull it up. What it feels like being the affiliate leader for Black Non-Believers. We're gonna talk about that. But yeah, her show is amazing. She just started her channel as well, but she's like so professional with it. Like I can't compete. She's like really professional. She has a producer and everything on her channel.
I
It's
know,
just
right?
me doing everything. I don't even know
You
how she
gotta,
does it,
yeah.
but we gotta step up. And then always also remember Monday. Sometimes you do come on, sometimes you don't come on. But we have our Java and Jugs show on the Damn Show. That will be Monday, 9 to 11 a.m. That's usually every Monday. And Maya is another one of our co-hosts that sometimes comes on. I hope you all brought Jack Daniels because hold on.
I was just commenting to Dr. Brand that if I can make it to tonight's uh, gaming stream, I am not taking any drinks because I'm still
I
half
already
hungover.
had. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna drink because I don't have no liquor here. I drink all my drink for New Year's. I had tequila.
Oh gosh, I know. I took so many shots. I can still taste it.
I heard that you were messed up, Eli.
Oh gosh,
I heard that you was tore up from the floor up.
that's funny.
Okay, it's always wonderful spending time with you, and I'm so glad to call you my friend. No, my sister.
Me too. Me too. I appreciate you so much.
And
You're
I
such a
thank
sweet person.
everybody in the chat. You are too. Like I'm like she spent 10 minutes talking about how great I was. I'm like she was talking about herself, not me.
Did I lie? But did I lie?
You were talking about yourself, not about me. That's why you didn't lie. I want to thank everyone for supporting me and AJ. I want to thank
Yeah.
everybody for welcoming me
Thanks.
in this community. And if you're not subscribed to AJ, subscribe to her. If you're not subscribed to me, you're coming from her channel, subscribe to me. Subscribe to both of us. Until next time, thank you everybody for tuning in. Bye, everyone.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride.